Coach, thanks so much for being here today. It's your second year with Riverside Academy. And talk about, you guys, you have a very unique challenge as a coach and as a school, because I guess you don't know exactly what players you're going to have, what players you lost until school gets started, right there, right before the fall.
Absolutely. It is a unique challenge. First of all, thank you all for having us in. Riverside Military Academy's proud to put the word out about our school anywhere we can. Yes, while most schools are working real hard together as a family, June and July, 3, 4, or 5 days a week, I don't see my kids from May 20th until we check them back in for August 1st practice. Our roster kind of reads like a college's. We have kids from around the world. I have kids from Korea, China, Colombia, Mexico, and scattered out throughout the United States. So it's a unique challenge, to say the very least.
Yeah, absolutely.
You talk about the challenges. I know you made some changes to your coaching staff and just made some some changes kind of to what y'all are going to do overall. But talk about especially with the coaching staff. It seems like you brought in some guys who are used to those kind of challenges this year.
No question. We were fortunate enough to get 2 gentlemen out of Lyman Ward Military Academy in Alabama. So I wanted to make sure that I had a coaching staff this year that understood the differences between your public school, your private school, and your military school. Yeah. So we got Sheldon Ward, who was the head coach and athletic director at Lyman Ward for the last 3 years. He's going to be my offensive coordinator. And he brought in the spread offense, which we ran a type of it last year, but he's got a much more expansive background in that. And I also brought along his offensive line coach, Jacob Geiger, who is a very, very knowledgeable young man dealing with the offensive line, which is where we've really struggled for, I think, in my opinion, for the last couple of years. So.
I would think it'd be kind of a challenge to go from, I guess you ran a single wing last year, to go to a spread, high school kids, that kind of thing. How tough do you think that transition is going to be for you guys in 2011?
Not too tough, because we're really dealing with new personnel. Yeah. I don't have my quarterback back, my running back. A great majority of my offensive line is going to be brand new. So it's really not that big of a challenge. We've had an opportunity to install it from the second they walked in on school grounds, and so they're adapting to it pretty well. I've got a new quarterback, 6'5", 215-pound sophomore who's got an arm. So I went from a very mobile quarterback, where we liked to run him last year, to a true traditional passer who's not as nimble as foot, but has a very good arm. And so we're excited about working with him.
You mentioned the offense. Talk a little about your defense. I know defensive line-wise, you're going to be pretty strong there this year.
Absolutely. The strength of our team is our defensive line. We've got Marlon Edwards returning in his senior year, who was our leading tackler on the defensive line last year. He's about 6'2", 6'3", 225, can run like a deer. He's also going to play running back for us, which coming from the big 5A programs that I've been involved with in the past, the defensive line and running back combo is not one you see very often, but at single A, it's not all that unusual. At nose guard, we're going to play Victor Salcido, who is very quick off the football. He's about 6 foot, 220 pounds, and he's also a very, very good kicker. He led our team in scoring last year, which isn't that's right. Not something a head coach wants to say a lot, is the leading scorer was your kicker, but right. He's good from about 45 in. He's pretty automatic, kicks the ball in the end zone every time. And then on the other defensive end, we've got a kid by the name of Avery Eubanks, who started every game for us last year as a first-year football player. So he's got a year of defensive end under his belt, and we're excited about what we've seen out of them in the summer so far.
Well, excellent. Sounds like it's going to line up pretty well for you guys. Really appreciate your time. Good luck in 2011, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.